Julia Trubkina, known from 90 Day, The Last Resort, recently shared a heartbreaking update with fans. Her beloved pet, Simba, has passed away. Julia, who first appeared with Brandon Gibbs in 90 Day Fiancé Season 8, has always been candid about her journey adjusting to life in the U.S. Moving from a bustling city in Russia to rural Virginia was not easy for her, especially when adapting to farm life with Brandon's parents. Over time, however, she embraced her new home and created a life with Brandon, one filled with love, challenges, and unforgettable companionship from her pets. Julia has openly discussed her personal struggles, including her concerns about starting a family. Due to a health-related condition, she once believed she wouldn't be able to have children. Despite that, she found a deep sense of fulfillment through her close bond with her dogs, particularly Simba. To Julia, Simba was much more than a pet. He was her closest companion and a source of emotional support throughout her journey in America. Simba's illness and Julia's heartfelt tribute. Simba had suffered a stroke several weeks before his passing. Despite Julia's best efforts and constant care, Simba never fully recovered. Over the weekend, Julia took to social media to share the news that he had passed away. Her posts reflected the depth of her grief and the unique relationship she shared with him. One post featured an old Instagram story in which a fan had asked Julia who her best friend in America was. She had answered with a picture of Simba, captioned, "My best friend." She followed it up with another touching image of her and Simba sitting together on a couch, where she was captured laughing beside him. In the caption, she expressed that Simba had been with her since the very beginning of her life in the U.S., offering her companionship when she needed it the most. Julia wrote that Simba had changed her life. He showed her a level of unconditional love she hadn't known before, and now, after his passing, was teaching her the depth of sorrow she hadn't felt until then. "I never experienced anything like this," she said, emphasizing that losing him felt like losing a piece of herself. Navigating grief in the public eye. While the loss of a pet is always difficult, Julia's emotional openness about her grief has resonated with many fans. Sharing her story publicly not only helped her process the pain, but also highlighted the powerful role animals play in people's lives. She explained that although she had lost friends and family in the past, the bond she shared with Simba was uniquely profound, as he was part of her everyday life from the moment she arrived in the U.S. Grieving in the public eye is never easy, but Julia seems to be finding comfort in the support of her followers. Many sent condolences and shared their own stories of pet loss, creating a sense of community and shared understanding that can be healing during such a difficult time. The impact on Julia and Brandon's relationship. Pet loss can significantly affect a relationship, as both partners process grief in their own ways. For Julia and Brandon, Simba's passing may be a turning point. While they faced their share of challenges, especially around differing views on starting a family, this shared experience of loss could bring them closer together. Brandon, who grew up surrounded by animals on his family's farm, has always had a strong connection to pets. He, too, is mourning Simba's death, and the mutual support between him and Julia during this time is helping them navigate the emotional impact. In the past, communication was a struggle for the couple, but now, as they work through this sadness together, their ability to listen, support, and empathize may strengthen their bond in a way that few other experiences could. A difficult goodbye from afar. Julia revealed another emotional detail that has likely intensified her grief. She was not home when Simba passed away. Brandon had surprised her with a first-class plane ticket for a trip, knowing she had been exhausted after weeks of caring for Simba. Although Simba was not improving, Julia hoped he would hang on a bit longer. She left him in Brandon's care, confident he would be in good hands. However, Simba passed away while she was away. Not being there during Simba's final moments has left Julia with a heavy heart. The feeling of not being able to say goodbye or comfort him at the end has added another layer to her mourning. Still, she expressed deep appreciation for Brandon, who stayed behind to care for Simba and supported her from afar. Moving forward with love and memories. Julia's love for Simba is evident in every word she shares. He wasn't just a pet to her. He was a friend, a source of comfort, and a part of her identity in a new country. His loss is significant, and it will take time for her to heal. But through sharing her grief, receiving support from Brandon, and remembering the joyful times they had together,